What if I told you there are places in Europe that look so unreal, people think the photos are edited? We're talking lakes so blue they don't look natural, mountains that glow pink at sunset, cliffs that drop straight into the ocean, and villages that feel frozen in time. Have you ever scrolled through travel photos and thought, there's no way that place actually exists? Well, today we're proving those places are very real. From volcanic islands in the Atlantic to lavender fields in France, these are 10 European landscapes that will make you want to book a flight immediately. Stick around because number 7 shocked even us. Let's get into it. Number 1. Lofoten Islands, Norway. Now let's head way up north to Norway's Lofoten Islands. These islands are absolutely wild. Jagged mountains shoot straight up from the Norwegian Sea like giant teeth. Tiny red fishing villages sit at the base of these dramatic peaks. And the water between the islands is so clear and cold, you can see straight to the rocky bottom. In winter, the northern lights dance above those sharp mountains, creating a light show that feels like a dream. In summer, the midnight sun means it never gets dark. You can hike at 2 in the morning with full golden daylight. The fishing villages here have existed for centuries. Råbua, traditional fishermen's cabins, line the shores. The contrast between the massive mountains and these humble red wooden houses creates some of the most stunning photos you'll ever take. Life moves slower here. The air is fresh. The silence is real. If you love nature that feels completely untouched by the modern world, Lofoten is calling your name. Number 2. Santorini, Greece. Let's warm things up with Santorini in Greece. You know those famous photos of white buildings with blue domes overlooking an impossibly blue sea? That's Santorini. But pictures can't capture how the entire island sits on the edge of an ancient volcanic crater that collapsed into the ocean thousands of years ago. The cliffs drop hundreds of feet straight down into deep blue water. The sunsets here are legendary around the world. Every evening, people gather in the village of Oya to watch the sun sink slowly into the Aegean Sea. When it finally disappears, the crowd actually applauds. The white buildings against the blue sky and even bluer water create this perfect contrast that never gets old. Add narrow winding cobblestone paths, pink bougainvillea flowers spilling over walls, and incredible Greek food at every corner, and you understand why this island is world famous. Santorini is beautiful in that obvious, overwhelming, undeniable way where you just have to stop and stare. Number 3. Swiss Alps, Switzerland. Switzerland's Alps are probably the most classic mountain scenery anywhere on the planet. The Matterhorn is the poster child. That perfect pyramid shape rising alone above the village of Zermatt is instantly recognizable. But the entire region around places like Lauterbrunnen, Grindelwald, and Interlaken is equally incredible. Lauterbrunnen Valley has over 70 waterfalls cascading down from towering cliffs on both sides. It's said to have inspired Tolkien when he imagined Rivendell in Lord of the Rings. Stand there and you'll understand why. The scenic trains here take you through mountain tunnels and over impossible bridges with views that seem computer-generated. Traditional wooden chalets dot the hillsides. Cows with bells around their necks graze in meadows. Snow-capped peaks fill every direction you look. Switzerland is expensive, no question. But those views are absolutely priceless. Number 4. Scottish Highlands, Scotland. Next up, the Scottish Highlands. This landscape is moody in the best possible way. Dark, brooding mountains, deep, mysterious lochs, misty valleys that seem endless, and ruins of ancient castles sitting on almost every hilltop. It's raw, powerful, and beautiful in a way that feels almost magical. Glencoe is the famous spot here, a dramatic valley surrounded by steep mountains where clouds hang low and the light changes every few minutes. On an overcast day, it genuinely looks like a portal to another world. The Isle of Skye, just off the northwest coast, has rock formations that belong in a fantasy movie. The Old Man of Storr is this massive rock pinnacle that stands alone against the moody Scottish sky. The fairy pools have water so clear it glows turquoise. Scotland doesn't do bright and sunny, it does dramatic, mysterious and powerful. And that's exactly why people fall completely in love with it. Number 5. Dolomites, Italy. The Dolomites in northern Italy look like no other mountains on Earth. These peaks don't have the usual rounded shapes you expect. They look like towers, like massive stone cathedrals built by nature over millions of years. The pale rock turns pink, orange, and gold at sunrise and sunset, which is why locals call them the Pale Mountains. Tresem di Lavaredo, three iconic peaks standing side by side, might be the most photographed spot in the entire Alps. But honestly, every single turn in the Dolomites reveals something breathtaking. The valleys between these towering peaks are filled with green alpine meadows, carpets of wildflowers in summer, and tiny villages with church steeples pointing toward the sky. It's Italy at its most dramatic and romantic. Whether you're hiking the trails in summer or carving through fresh powder in winter, the Dolomites deliver views that genuinely make your jaw drop. This place stays with you. Number 6. Plitvice Lake, Croatia. We're starting in Croatia with Plitvice Lakes National Park. Imagine 16 lakes connected by waterfalls, all surrounded by thick ancient forest. The water here is this incredible shade of turquoise that shifts and changes depending on the sunlight, the angle, and the minerals in the water. What makes Plitvice truly special is how close you get to everything. Wooden walkways take you right over the water, sometimes just inches above the surface. You can feel the mist from the waterfalls on your face. But here's what most people don't know. In winter, this place transforms into something straight out of a fairy tale. The waterfalls freeze into massive walls of ice. The lakes turn into sheets of crystal blue frozen water. Snow blankets the wooden walkways and covers the trees. The whole park becomes silent and magical. Those frozen waterfalls hanging like giant icicles against the snow are honestly some of the most stunning winter scenes in all of Europe. Way fewer tourists too, so you get this frozen wonderland almost to yourself. In autumn, orange and red leaves reflect in the turquoise water. In winter, ice and snow take over completely. Plitvice is beautiful in every season, but winter might just be the most magical. Number 7. Cliffs of Moher, Ireland. On Ireland's rugged western coast, the cliffs of Moher rise over 200 meters straight out of the crashing Atlantic Ocean. Standing on top of these ancient cliffs with the wild wind blowing, and massive waves breaking far below, you feel incredibly small, but in the best way possible. The Atlantic Ocean stretches endlessly to the west. Thousands of seabirds nest in the cliff faces, circling and calling. On clear days, you can see the rocky Aran Islands floating in the distance. On cloudy days, when mist rolls in from the sea, everything feels ancient and timeless and powerful. The entire wild Atlantic Way along Ireland's west coast offers stunning scenery, but the cliffs of Moher are the undeniable highlight. It's nature at its most raw and dramatic, right at the very edge of Europe. Number 8. Provence Lavender Fields, France. From late June to early August, the Provence region in southern France transforms into an ocean of purple. Endless rows of lavender stretch across gentle rolling hills as far as you can see. The smell is unbelievable. Sweet, calming, and absolutely everywhere. Add old stone farmhouses with blue shutters, tall cypress trees, and that famous golden French sunlight, and you get landscapes that artists have been painting for centuries. The areas around Valensole Plateau and the village of Salt have the most famous and photogenic fields. Drive the quiet country roads, and you'll discover field after field of vibrant purple against bright blue sky. This is softer, gentler beauty compared to dramatic cliffs and jagged mountains, but it's equally unforgettable. There's a reason Van Gogh and Cézanne spent years of their lives capturing this region on canvas. Number 9. Azores, Portugal. The Azores are 9 volcanic islands sitting in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean, belonging to Portugal. Most travelers have never even heard of them, but these remote islands pack some of the most diverse and dramatic landscapes in all of Europe into a surprisingly small area. Volcanic crater lakes filled with water so intensely blue it looks digitally enhanced. Natural hot springs where you can swim surrounded by jungle-like greenery. Hidden waterfalls tucked inside lush green forests. São Miguel, the largest island, has Sete Cidades. 2 lakes sitting inside an ancient volcanic crater, one appearing green and one appearing blue, right next to each other. The viewpoint above them is absolutely jaw-dropping. Because the Azores aren't as famous as other European destinations, they feel peaceful, unspoiled, and authentic. Like you're discovering a secret that most travelers haven't found yet. Number 10. Cappadocia, Turkey. Our final destination is Cappadocia in central Turkey, and this place looks like another planet. Millions of years of volcanic eruptions and erosion created these bizarre rock formations called fairy chimneys. Tall cone-shaped pillars with rocks balanced on top, scattered across valleys as far as you can see. Some look like mushrooms, some look like towers. None of them look like they should exist on Earth. But here's what makes Cappadocia truly magical. Every morning at sunrise, hundreds of hot air balloons rise into the sky above these strange landscapes. The sight of colorful balloons floating between fairy chimneys with the golden morning light is one of the most photographed scenes in the world. And it's even more incredible in person. Ancient people carved entire cities into these soft rocks. Underground cities, cave churches with thousand-year-old paintings, and hotels where you sleep inside actual caves. The history here is as fascinating as the landscape. Cappadocia feels like stepping into a dream. Weird, wonderful, and completely unforgettable. So those are 10 European landscapes that prove nature is the greatest artist of all. If any of these places just landed on your bucket list, or if we missed your favorite spot, tell us in the comments. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.